Hey everyone, it's the Friday Eve edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. I'm recording this in the 2 o'clock hour on this Thursday. Real quickly, I want to draw your attention to my weather blog, ericwfmj.com. It's ericwfmj.com. This morning I posted a pretty long, thorough review of April, preview of May, some fun statistics, some fun charts and graphs here, and not only kind of a preview of what a typical May is like in terms of temperatures, precipitation, what we can see, but also the outlook for this particular May. Will it be warmer than average, cooler than average, wetter, etc., etc.? So ericwfmj.com, check that out from this morning. All right, no shock. It, of course, has been a very, very wet last week of April across many, many places, and no doubt if you've paid attention to the national news, and I've mentioned it on my outlets as well, Panhandle of Florida, remarkable amounts of rain down here over the last couple of days, upwards of 2 feet worth of rain. They had flooding problems in Baltimore, D.C., Philly, and New York City yesterday, and we've been wet here in northeast Ohio and western Pennsylvania. Generally speaking, once you're into some of these oranges and red colors in through here, we're talking about over 2 inches worth of rain. Now, not everyone's had over 2 inches, but some of us have come pretty close to that. Certainly the 2-inch plus amounts have been a little more common back towards the I-71 corridor. So April ended on a wet note. And again, check out my blog from this morning for more information on what April was like as a whole. All right, let me stop the motion on our satellite and radar here, and this afternoon, kind of a mackerel sky out there. We've got intervals of sun in between these bubbling clouds. Kind of a cool looking satellite, actually. And this is a classic satellite picture when you have very, very chilly air upstairs in the atmosphere. These clouds are getting bubbly, and they are finally starting to produce some sprinkles, some very light showers back towards the western suburbs of Cleveland, or substantial showers southeastern Michigan off of Lake Michigan and over towards the Chicago area. This is a map that we oftentimes will see in October, or not a map, but a satellite picture with these slow-moving upper-level lows, especially in the fall when the lakes are still warm. This is the kind of pattern that can produce a lot of water spouts on the Great Lakes, but it's spring and the water's too cold for that right now. Let me bring up the temperatures, and mid-afternoon temperatures are on the cool side. Keep in mind we should be now on the first day of May into the mid-60s for highs. We're going to fall about 7 or 8 short of that on average this afternoon. It's even cooler where we have the rain off to the west. Look at that. They're struggling to get out of the 40s. A raw day. Chicago, Kalamazoo, and Grand Rapids as well. So, temperatures are pretty much uniformly cool throughout much of the Midwest, the Great Lakes. Bring up the temperature contours here. Chilly air mass right around our upper-level low-pressure system. And actually, it's below average down into parts of the deep south as well. 60s for Mississippi and Alabama. That's cool stuff for May the 1st. So we've got our upper level low pressure system, which I will show you right here. There's the center of it, right over Lake Michigan right now. And that upper level low is very, very slowly pushing through the Great Lakes. And this is what's causing the atmosphere to be so unstable. An upper level low pressure system is a collection of cold air in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and cold air up there means the atmosphere can easily produce clouds and some light precipitation. And that's what we expect to happen for the rest of the day today. So I'm going to take off most of our current information here and bring up the latest HRR model, HRRR, which stands for High Resolution Rapid Refresh. And let's see here, get the latest version plotted up here. I'm going to start this a couple of hours from now. This is a prediction of what the radar will look like, so this will help you plan your after-school, after-work activities. This evening, a lot of us have had after-work activities washed out so far this week. Now, this evening is going to be a little bit hit or miss. This is going to be the classic hit or miss variety shower activity. Here's 4 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock, some of this stuff approaching. So I think through about 5 o'clock, we should be pretty much rain-free. After 5, though, we're going to be fair game to see a sprinkle, a light shower. This won't be much, and not everyone's going to get it. Real classic hit-or-miss stuff here. And this is at 7 o'clock this evening. And again, anything that happens is going to be real, real light. If we do get a halfway decent shower, it may be a good evening to watch out for some rainbows out there, because I expect those holes between the clouds to still be out, and if the sun can poke through, you might get a good look at a rainbow if we get a decent enough shower. So here then at sunset at 8 o'clock, as we lose the heating of the day, if you will, most of the shower activity is going to try to fade away. So I would say it's from between 5 o'clock, which is right here, And then 8 o'clock, which is right here, we're going to be fair game to see a sprinkle or a quick shower this evening. So I have to watch out for that if you're playing golf or softball or maybe trying to get your yard mowed. Everything's real soggy, of course. But if you want to try to get your mowing in, sooner the better late this afternoon if you don't want to get wet. Okay, so that's the short term. Let's talk about the medium range then. And tomorrow is Friday. I think tomorrow is going to play out kind of like today. That upper level low is weakening tomorrow. It's opening up. It won't be a closed low. It'll be more of like a wave of low pressure for Friday. Bottom line, as far as the sensible weather is, though, the atmosphere will have some instability to it. And particularly tomorrow afternoon and evening, there could be a shower in spots. We got the weekend coming up here Saturday. We've got kind of a secondary little weak front slipping through, area of low pressure, weak one, moving through the Great Lakes again with a little weak front. And again, there could be a stray shower or two on Saturday. Sunday, same idea. Instability in the atmosphere, stray showers, 30-40% chance that your backyard gets a 15 or 20-minute shower Saturday and Sunday. Not a great weekend, but also not a bad one. I mean, you're going to see the sun, particularly on Sunday, and it's certainly not a washout this weekend, but much like the next couple of days, just, check in with WFMJ.com/weather. Check out the interactive radar on there. Mike Joyce will keep you updated during the course of the weekend on Facebook and Twitter. And I'll chime in if need be over the weekend as well on social media. Let's take a look at next week because there's better things coming. Here's Monday. Looks like a dry day. So we head towards the middle of the week. A warm front's going to slip in, and this front may bring us a few raindrops. This is Tuesday. Not much shown here. Here's a look at Wednesday. Again, maybe there's some sort of stray shower activity around the Great Lakes next Wednesday, but more importantly, that warm front is going to usher in some nice warm weather for the end of next week. Here's a look at the temperature forecast on the latest GFS Ensemble. Now, the numbers here, don't take them verbatim. It's just a model. They're not likely to be exactly right, but keep an eye on the trend. It's a nice one. We're going to be cooler than average right through Sunday, maybe even Monday, but then starting Tuesday and especially Wednesday of next week, at or above average looks to be the rule. We might even have a shot at some mid-70s, it looks like, at the end of next week. Now, does that continue into Mother's Day weekend? It's too early to say, but I like the trends for the end of next week. Certainly, it looks a lot better than this week. All right, that's Weather for Weather Geeks on this Thursday. I'll see you on the news tonight at 6 and 11, and early risers tomorrow. Jess will have a fresh Friday morning forecast. We'll get you ready for the weekend, and she'll show you the radar and tell you if you need the umbrella as you head out to work and school on Friday morning. Have a great rest of the day.